Hello, everyone. This is Voice of Mongolia, episode 9. And today's episode is going to be a very interesting one. In our previous episode, Mullah Doctor and I, we established that Mongolia is a lost country. And in terms of our political system, it's a bit messy things going on. Mullah Doctor clearly stated that there's more parties than it should be. There's like 40 parties in the country, which is a bit, it's like a quite large amount for our country to have this amount. And our parties doesn't have political ideologies. And Mullah Doctor, do you want to comment on that? When you say we don't have political ideology, what do you mean by that?
Yes, we know that all these political ideas, utopias, theories are made for people, for peace, for community. Every political party working on a huge idea of how to be people live in peace and happiness, and so not political elites living in happiness, but regular people living in peace and happiness. So that's why, because of course it's a big challenge. Yes, and
Yeah.
but all theories, all political theories are utopia. Utopia means no place, no country. It's a time we missing this situation, but in future our situation will be better than now. This is utopia.
Utopia.
This is utopia. So many utopias in the history fulfilled. Many utopias was obviously reality.
Yeah.
For example, socialism, liberalism,
Yes.
and so on. That's why it's not bad speaking about ideology, because all these theories and all these political ideas for the people and for the equality between anybody, if you're rich man or poor man, woman or man, and equality. So this is at first. First, the ideology is equality.
And Mongolia doesn't have equality.
Well, we don't know such thing. It's a feudalism, because
Yes.
only in socialism we learned just such equality, freedom, democracy, socialism, all that big theories in a very short time we only faced, not reading, understanding, and so on. We had no time.
Yeah.
Socialism was in Mongolia very in a short time. Only in 50s and 60s we began with the socialist idea, socialist life, equality and freedom, education. At first, literacy, teaching literacy skill, and so this is very new for nomads.
For
so-called
nomads.
nomads.
Yes, yes.
Then 90s, perestroika, Berlin Wall falling, and then the
Mhm.
capitalist system won social system. So we were in the social system, but we were not socialists, socialist
Mhm.
nomads or something, the nomadic
Socialist.
socialists. So
Yeah, and from your argument, it was going really well. Socialism.
really well, because I said something. Why it was possible in this nomadic country? I said this is not really nomads because of
Mhm.
mixing of Central Asia and Manchu
Mhm.
people are very educated people. It comes
Mhm.
Ketan, uh,
Okay.
Kara Ketan. These
Mhm.
are Liao dynasty. It was Manchu was big dynasty. They conquered uh, evenly whole China, whole Asia.
Mhm.
The last emperor was this Kangxi. In Mongolian language, Enkhamaklan.
Uh-huh.
This is Kangxi in Chinese. The
Oh, so
Russian
it.
says
Mhm.
Kansi. Russian says Kansi. So this is Manchurian, Manchu emperor.
Oh, so he
And
was a Manchurian emperor, not
yes,
Mongol.
yes,
Oh,
big.
I didn't
Why
know.
Enkhamaklan? Because
Mm.
this was king conquer for peace. For
Peace.
peace. Enkhamaklan, it means in Central Asian language, peace. Enk is a
Oh,
god
yeah.
of peace. God of peace, Enk.
Mhm.
That's why
Mhm.
many people's name in Mongolia, Enk, Pat, Enk, Payer, Enk, and so on. Enk
Yes.
Patar. Patar is a Kazakh word, Kyrgyz word, Batir, Patar. Enk
Mm.
is god of uh, peace and happiness. Enk.
Mhm.
There are in Central, in Persia, in Arabian countries, in Central Asia, there were many gods of such things. So, so that's why this is certainly this whole this people in lived in this Mongolian area was mix of this many tribes, many cultures
Yes.
from Silk Road and Manchu,
Mhm.
Chinese, and so. And then they were like prepared for
Mhm.
civilized world.
Mhm.
This is amazing, and that's why in
Mhm.
socialism you send young people from nomads. You send to
Mhm.
Moscow, Leningrad, and Novosibirsk, and they
Mhm.
started to the end. How
Free.
they
Free
yes
of.
yes it's not possible.
It's not possible. I'm very jealous about your generation.
That's why in Manchu, in these 300 years,
Mhm.
conquering whole Asian territory area, conquered Manchu was a good for nomads because there were many here, his Silk Road, many culture exchange, music,
Yeah.
dance,
Culture
and then
exchange.
luxury products.
Mhm.
So this was not so just pure nomads, only eating meat and sleeping in this how to say in this yurta. No, they had good clothes because of
Yeah.
Manchu in China.
Yes.
They had candles and light and they had uh, this nose tabacs and so on.
Yeah. Tobacco came
Tobacco.
from. Yes.
Yeah. So and then also this tobacco also this long thing. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
So it was just a good time under
It was,
Manchu.
yeah, and
Very good time.
yeah, and
Yes.
all the social services were free, including
Yes.
the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
education.
Yes.
I'm not sure if healthcare was free at that time.
Yes. Well, yeah. What's called healthcare? This is not so. Uh, this this was the this was the work for Tibet lamas. Tibet lamas.
Tibet lamas.
They were
And
responsible for healthcare, spiritual things, and so. And the Manchu were this all this consumerism.
yeah, we'll talk consumerism.
Yes,
So
that's why it's good. One side you have this luxury articles from Manchu. One
yes.
other side the religious and the spiritual things from Tibet,
Hmm.
and other side from Central Asia, dancing, music, singing. So it's
Hmm.
so cultural mixture. So that's why I say there was no such a Mongol people. They were mixing people. There is no Mongol identity.
Yeah, like
But
when I go
you
to
people are mixing things. That's why
when.
I asking young people, uh, say me say me your grandfather's name and grandmother's name,
Mhm.
and you check. Oh, she comes from there. He comes from there. Your grandmother comes from Central Asia. Your grandfather comes from Manchu, and so through the name you can check out from
Oh,
which area, from which uh, nomadic country they came to
okay.
this Mongolian area.
So
It's
do you
very, very
think?
interesting.
Yeah.
So now we have after socialism,
Mhm.
socialism got down in Eastern Europe, in Russia, gone to democracy, liberalism, and so on. Russia
Mhm.
also Russia. So first, Russia was very, very liberate. And now, because of European enemy and historical problems,
Yeah.
Russia hated from Europe. But at first time, Russian was very liberated, very, very liberal. Russia welcomed Europe. But today, Europe will not see Russians. And China said, okay, politically we want to be socialist as it was, but
Yes.
our economy will be market economy. That's why Deng Xiaoping made market economy in China.
Mm.
This is the father of Chinese economy wonder.
Mm.
So politics was socialist, economy was capitalist. In Russia, not. In Russia, politics also liberalized.
Yeah.
So that's why this chaos, this big, big, big chaos. And
Mm.
so much oligarchs and so. So,
Yeah.
uh, so it was turbo capitalism, crazy capitalism in Russia in 90s when Yeltsin was
Yeah.
president. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
this was it was crazy, crazy. So now it's okay. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. So, but
Hmm.
what is with Mongolia? What's with Mongolia? Okay, China, socialist, capitalist, Russia, market economy, and oligarchy, capitalist, and so on.
Hmm.
What is with us? What's with us? Between ex-socialist countries, former
That's.
socialist countries. What is
Mm.
with us? The half
Mm.
nomad and half socialist, nomadic socialist. So we had no choice. What's big to what? China has big history.
Mhm.
they gone to Confucianism, Confucius, and so on. And Russia also big history, King Peter and Orthodoxy and Dostoevsky, Tolstoy. They have no problem. Only we have problem. Where? And we gone to Buddhism.
Mhm.
Back to Tibet, Dalai Lama.
Mhm.
And then many, how to say, in meantime in socialism,
Mhm.
big part of citizens or people,
Mhm.
atheists,
Mhm.
meantime in socialism. So these atheist people
Mhm.
didn't want Buddhism back again.
Mhm.
They want this. What is this democracy? What is this democracy? It's very exciting.
In
And then,
19.
yeah, 1990s after perestroika.
Mhm.
And then Western countries came and said to us, you are nomadic people, you have big history, Mongol empires, and so all that's shit they talked. And we so, okay, we had a big history. Okay, we were big empire. Oh, and so and it began this nice history.
Mhm.
So we are now one times Buddhism and so other times big history in
Mhm.
other America, Western countries, Hollywood, and NBA basketball,
Mhm.
Champions League, and so.
Mhm.
So when people and many people quotes about American philosophical books, Fukuyama, and so, and many are European things, Foucault and
Mhm.
so, and we are so how to say that no such a society. So, ideology, I mean, if there is a Mongolian ideology, then we had also in our session spoke about about values and so. So if
Yes.
we need the ideology, we need also common values, common beliefs,
Yeah, for sure.
common morals. At the end, common attitude.
Chingiz ethic. We spoke about it, right? We have to
Yes,
have common values, and you named
yes,
it.
yes.
Let's name it Chingiz ethic. Let's say.
Things ethic
Mm-hmm.
and so on. That's
Mm-hmm.
why this ideology.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Hedonism is a Hedonism. And then I said also Mongolism. Also. Not Pan-Mongolia, not Pan-Mongolism. Also
Yeah.
Mongolism. Only in our country. We are
Mm-hmm.
now 100 years old
Mm-hmm.
from socialist revolution, 1921.
Mm-hmm.
We are a very young country, young nation, young, very young. We are only 100 years.
Yes.
There's
And the thing, yeah, the thing that you're mentioning, like Mongolia has to have its own ideology, and to
yes,
create that ideology from scratch, it's
mhm,
such a ambitious project.
yes, yes.
And I
So,
think it, mhm.
and I studied philosophy and such things in Germany, and
Yes,
I know
yeah,
very close to Europe, and
mhm.
I know this European history. So a little bit, and Europe had big, how to say, historical changes and moments,
Uh,
humanism,
yes,
Renaissance, Enlightenment, and so. For 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 a for a normal uh, for individualist society, Europe is very individualist society. From this Enlightenment and the Renaissance, they learned so much. So in Mongolia, we have no such humanism, Renaissance, and Enlightenment. We need them. But in a short time, we have to learn humanism, Renaissance, and Enlightenment. Just you live in Canada. The Canadians don't know what's Renaissance and Enlightenment. America also.
Yeah, they don't know.
Enlightenment and Renaissance. That's why America and Canada, they have big problems in future. Because you have to go Enlightenment in the Renaissance. America and Canada. Europe, no problem. Europe is Europe. That's why Europe is today in a big crisis. Because other countries don't have this history, Enlightenment in the Renaissance and so on.
Why the Enlightenment and the Renaissance are important for a society to go through?
This is, this laicism, this secularism, secularism. This is the government state separated from religion.
Separate. Okay. Yes.
This is secularism. This is very important. It's very important. So, but this process is very hard. This from Enlightenment to this laicism, secularism. It's very hard process. The Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey. Yes.
Yeah.
They say also this how to do that? Atatürk, this former president of Turkey, was Atatürk. He made Turkey a secular country. But Erdogan back to Islam. No secular. This is not our.
Yes.
Not our cake.
Yeah, same as Iran, right? Same as Iran.
Yes. So, yes, such countries. So now for Mongolia, I think always, if I read something, some books from Germany or in America or something, then parallel, I think about Mongolia. So what is with our country, with us? What's that? It's possible secularism in Mongolia. Which country are we? Secular or Buddhist? Late time, we have also big amount of people going to Christian church. So we have 200 or 300 Christian church in the whole country.
Mongolia.
Yes. So what's that? So I'm sitting at this theory. Which theory we need? Yes, there is if you speak about ideology, there's a German word. It's ideology. It's also, we know this idea. We know this idea. This word from ancient Greece. So idea from Plato, Aristotle. So
yeah,
if you following this idea, then you know this ideologic. Logic. So logic is more theory.
Yeah.
Language and so. Idea theory. Ideologic. If you have this bigger, you make it bigger than idealism. So idealism. He is very idealist. Very idea followers. So in Mongolia we have stupid translations. Utsel sana, utsel botol, utsel barimtal, and so. This is not good. The translation is not good for especially for philosophical terminus. The terminology, philosophical terminology, shouldn't be translated.
Mhm.
This is a sin.
So as you're saying, we need ideology in all the realms, in political realm, in spiritual realm.
Yes.
We need like a good ideology. And in terms of like, let's talk about political ideology. For political ideology, do you want to go back to socialism? I think we're witnessing that capitalism in Mongolia is not doing well
Yes. Yes.
for the past 35 years.
Right, right, yes. Because you cannot lose so suddenly your lifestyle and your belief in so. You
Yeah.
lived in socialism, you had a socialist belief, a socialist lifestyle, and so. And you said, and the people saying, yo, now socialism and democracy and so. And you cannot, your memory, your skill, your habitus is socialist.
Yes.
It-
I
it's
think
not
we as a
possible. It's not
humans,
possible
yeah.
to
Yeah.
change from one day to other day. It's
Mm,
not possible. You need
mm,
centuries
yeah.
or next generation.
Yeah.
So, or the
Yeah.
next generation.
Yeah.
Now, in your people in your age, youth in your age, there are no memory about socialism. Only socialist history, or younger you, or the Gen Z, the
Gen
Gen
Z,
Z,
yeah.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
They have no memory.
Yeah. No,
They
I
have
think
only
socialism is getting popular again.
yes,
And
because for us it was discipline, order,
yeah.
morality. You need
Yeah.
this. You cannot live only with science or knowledge. You need
Yes.
also virtue, morality.
Hmm.
So,
Free healthcare, free education. That
yes,
has to be there.
free education. It's very important. This is
Very important.
equality. Education is not for elites,
Yes.
for people, because
Mm,
then you can speak about individualism, individual
mm,
people.
mm,
Without education, you are not individual.
mm,
Education make you free.
mm.
Mhm. That's why it's I also every day like a mantra I say education, but education for all
All
free
people.
for all people and free.
Hmm. No, I agree with you on that. And
Money, kids going to school and thinking all their money. This is terrible,
yeah, like
terrible,
my
terrible.
generation and my Gen Z generations, I can see they're getting interested to socialism because when I was seeing the U.S. Mayoral politics,
Yes.
they elected, well, they almost elected a guy called Zohran Mamdani. He's a socialist Democrat.
Uh-huh.
And you know, like New York City is a very big capitalist country.
Yes.
New York
I know
City,
Trump coming there.
it's Trump City, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
there's this guy, Zora Mamdani, came along,
Uh-huh.
told New York City people that he's gonna make uh, the bus transportation free, uh, free education. He's gonna freeze the rent prices. So those ideologies are very socialist,
Yeah.
and I can see that people in United States,
Mhm.
which is a highly capitalistic country,
Yes,
they are getting interested to socialism.
yes.
So I think it's a very good, I can say, a good future.
Yes, and America is now also in a very positive position
Mhm.
because they have now money. They can pay socialism to make education, all things to make
Yeah.
free. But they have money. In the socialist countries, in the former socialist countries, in 60s and 70s,
Mhm.
countries were very poor countries. Yes, very poor
Ah,
countries. In socialist countries were very poor. Vietnam, Cuba,
Cuba.
Nicaragua, Mongolia.
Yeah, yeah.
Very poor countries. For poor countries, it's socialism was also uh, not so exciting because they had no money. So what? So yes. So
And because, yeah,
yes. Now America is can pay socialism, no problem, without problem. You know this is this here who this man Sandel, yes, this politician Sandel
which
Sandel,
politician?
American politician Sandel.
Oh,
This
Bernie Sanders. Yeah,
yeah, but the Sanders. Oh,
yeah,
Sandel is philosopher at MIT. Sandel. His lectures are about equality. You know, Sandel.
yeah.
Yes,
Big
Sandel.
proponent.
Yes. And
Mhm.
yeah, Sanders. He's a socialist.
Mhm.
Every time he speaks about socialism,
Yes,
that's
and
why
Bernie Sanders. Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, he is very close to me.
Mhm.
I understand him very well.
Yeah, that's why I was mentioning you, Zoran Mamdani, because when Zoran Mamdani during his uh, campaign,
Uh-huh.
Bernie Sanders himself, he was very happy
Uh-huh.
that there's a guy called Zoran Mamdani is getting socialism back to New York City.
Yes.
So he got a big support from Bernie Sanders.
Yes. Yeah,
So
especially young people in America.
yeah,
Many he won many voices of young people, young generation. Yes.
yeah,
Only about up 60s voted
yeah.
uh, to uh, to Hillary Clinton. It was this for 4 years or in, the, in this election. It was the opponents between Hillary Clinton and Sanders. Yes,
It was a
young
close one,
person,
very close one.
young people to Sanders, and
Yeah,
older peoples, and
yeah.
very older peoples for Hillary Clinton. And you see people, this is a very conservative. Old people are very conservative. They want no big changes. Keep low and yeah, keeping low and no big stress and so no
Mhm.
changes and so they want to keep your his account in but young people they won't change. Young people don't change. This is they are yeah they're boring. So
Mhm.
it's good
Mhm.
because history is a progressive process. This is history. The development is history. The
Mhm.
history is not something static.
Mhm.
History is dynamic.
Mhm.
That was that's why here Fukuyama, the historian and the philosopher from Chicago, was failed because he said end of history. No, it means end of dynamic. Now it's static. No progress.
Okay.
So no, this is the humankind. The history of humankind is always this progress. Yeah, progress, and so like a sinus
Mhm.
on the trigonometry.
Mhm.
So that's why I think in America is now the right time for socialism. For socialism, they can pay. I said they can pay.
We'll
The
see.
potential,
We'll,
financial potential.
yeah. Donald Trump was very against it. He was panicked
Yes,
that
yes, yeah, yes. He has uh, no experience of life. Very young age, he was a millionaire, and then you have this real
and
estates, and you make money with the real estates, and so uh, he has no touch with ordinary people, ordinary life, no touch.
yes, yeah.
Yes, that's why now making he also big money. His sons have now big he, Bitcoin companies now. You
Mhm.
heard, yes?
Yeah.
Sons of Trump's are big Bitcoin companies and so.
Yeah. And there is a possibility of combining democracy with socialism.
Yes, yes,
Same thing as you mentioned before. So Mongolia can go maybe that direction as well,
yes. It's right because
as we can see.
yes, how to say we are now. It's a beginning because in socialism we very in short time we learned humanism and Renaissance and Enlightenment very in short time, and
Mhm.
then this literacy skill is very important. If you read, this is individualism.
Mhm.
Writing and reading is very
Yes.
important for man. The, for you, if you cannot read or you cannot write the things and through writing, your mind your mind working,
Oh yeah.
thinking, feeling, fantasy,
Mhm.
dreaming. So and
Mhm.
free, writing free is very important.
Mhm.
I for my students, I say write free,
Mhm.
write free, and keep yourself.
Mhm.
I don't want to see. It's not
Mhm.
good. I want to not see. Ah, this is good. This is bad. No, no. This is
Oh.
not for me. I
Mhm.
let them writing, and keeping yourself. This is very good. Writing free, writing free. Because it's not good if teacher says
Oh yeah.
controlling this thing and reading. Oh, this is not good. Or this is good. Okay, but this no. So
Okay.
this is poison. This is toxic poison. This is not good
Mhm.
for a teacher. That's why
Mhm.
I say him always. No. I don't want to read. You read
Mhm.
yourself.
Yes.
This
So
is
you
good.
let them write freestyle.
Free. If you only one time say, "Oh, not good," then end.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to write again because they have scared.
Yes. Yeah.
If I write, I make a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, they don't want to make a mistake. That's why afraid. No.
Yeah. So I can see that Mongolia is has a very big potential. You can like from the episodes that we talk about that you can make Mongolia ecological economy, which is a very new idea.
Yes. Ecology is very important because
Mhm.
Mongolian nature is very, how to say, very fragile.
Mhm.
Because this is they have not so much humidity, rain, or and so that's why we have so much dry areas, and so this COVID is that, and so that's why it's very important. Yes, very important. So, at other sides, we have this our air. There is
It's dry.
yes, dry. It's something special. It's
Mhm.
new. If you are here and smell the air, this is something special. It's something special.
No, it's different.
Nowhere. Yeah,
It's different. Yeah.
I've been there in Europe, Italy, French, and also in America, Boston, and so on. Yes, New York, and in India, in China, and so there's another smell of air.
It's very special. It's very good smell. Very good
Yes,
smell.
like air conditioner,
Yeah,
filtered
like
air conditioner.
yeah, it's so fresh. As
Yes,
soon
so
as
fresh and well temperate.
yes, very
Yes,
pleasant. And
yes.
as soon as
So
I land in Ulaanbaatar, you
yes,
could you could smell it right away.
yes. If you're landing with the plane and the airport, and then you go out from the plane or from this airport, and then oh yes,
Yeah,
at home, at home. Okay,
finally.
so our problem is now, especially now in summer, if tourists tourists came to Mongolia, we have the problem of environment.
Environment, yeah.
Environment. Environment is not like ecology. Ecology is big picture. Ecology is big picture. Environment is now in Mongolia very bad situation. You
Why is
know,
that?
yeah, well, because the consumerism, this plastic things,
Ah,
Coca-Cola, also something,
yeah.
and bottles, this is plastic things. Yes, this is bags and so, and then they
Mhm.
are on the nature, they are big. How to say this? Hogage thing.
Garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, garbage, and yeah,
Lots of
garbage.
goods. Yeah.
Garbage. Really. This
Yeah.
is environmental problem we have, garbage.
Hmm.
And that's why we see, because to this you have big financing how to clean the nature and so.
Yeah.
And then it's a political problem. Too. Where is
Mhm.
the money?
Yeah.
Where is the money? And then it's starting corruption and so on.
Mhm. And summer is here. Soon the biggest festival of the summer called Narum is gonna happen.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
lots of
In,
tourists gonna happen.
yes, in 1 week. Yes, in 1 week. So for
Yeah.
three,
It's almost,
for 2 weeks, not so. Yeah.
yeah. And what do you think about like our summer? Like a lot of tourists come, a lot of Koreans, and we show our country like tour guides. This is our country, this is our city, this is our people. What do you see like the dynamic between Mongolians and the foreigners?
Yeah. Yes, this is my. So I said in my many talks, I said, please, this summer, please, foreign tourists, please, this year, this summer,
Yeah.
don't come. Please make Please, next year and so. So not this summer. Yeah. Problem is you cannot make so much money with tourists, with tourism, because many tourists are individual tourists. They came and they eat and live very cheap, not so money.
Yeah, not some money. Yeah.
Yeah, they're saving. Young people, of course, saving money. They came to Mongolia because here is very cheap.
Mhm.
So if Koreans come, Koreans coming with their Korean airline, and then from Korea, from airport with Korean buses to Korean hotels,
Mhm.
and then eating in Korean restaurants, maybe. So this is very hard. Japan people also coming very old people, and not so much to this tourist, how to say, mass tourist, not so. In Europe, tourists paying so much for museum,
Mhm.
for hotels, for
Mhm.
gastronomy,
Mhm.
and so on. They pay also real money in Europe because there are many concerts, museum, and so much cultural events in Europe. Very interesting events. In Mongolia, you show nature, mountain. Look this mountain. Look this desert. Look this horse riding, and so on.
Mhm.
So how to make money with tourists? They need very good, how to say, good business. Yes, business concept. Business concept. How
And
to?
those businesses needs to be regulated by Mongolians themselves,
Yes.
not foreigners.
Yes, Mongols themselves making so much
Yeah.
in inland domestic tourism.
Yeah, like the company bosses are foreign and the workers
Uh-huh.
are Mongolian,
Uh-huh.
let's say.
Yes.
And I don't think it's like a good dynamic um, in our country.
Yes. And I want I want I don't want to be nomad. This is I want to civilized people in Mongolia. This is
Mhm.
civilization is very important. Very important.
Mhm.
Nomadic culture is it's not a good example for people. This is the life of nomadic is not so easy. Not easy,
Mhm.
especially in winter. Winter is very cold. Very cold.
Mhm. So in so our government has to be strong then in that case.
Yes. Yeah, we have
Protect.
very yes. The problem is people understand that about political party, not so democratic understanding.
Mhm.
That's why we have after every election only this party.
Mhm.
It's like a one party system.
Yeah, right now. Mhm.
See, this party always winning, always. every election.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is terrible. This is terrible.
Hmm.
Terrible. That's why we have no this political and democratical moving.
Hmm.
Mhm. Ah,
So
this
yeah.
party, this party.
So let's say, like in an ideal situation, let's say you were the leader of a party,
Mm.
and what kind of ideology would you put in your party, and what kind of like regulation?
Oh, no, 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 no. It's too much. It's too much.
Or
It's
like
too,
how would you advise them? Let's say like a leader of a party comes to you for an advice, like, hey, like,
then I say, read 3 books.
what are those 3 books?
Yes, to politicians.
Yeah.
One book about humanism, one book about Renaissance, one book
Yeah.
about Enlightenment. So then you understand what is uh, policy, what is political
Yeah.
party, and so on. Yes, this is what is government. Why we have a government? Why do we have government? This is very important.
So those are very like simple political concepts that we have
Yes.
to learn from scratch.
At first, you understand what is a human being,
Mhm.
yeah, through humanism, and this Renaissance is what is when progress, what is history, what is dialectic, and so through enlightenment, you through literacy, through
Yeah.
reading, writing, uh, you have to be individual people, individual. And then you said, I'm enlightened. It's not a religious enlightening, it's an educational enlightenment through science and literacy,
Yeah.
literature, reading
Mm.
books. It's a big culture of humankind. Reading book. You know, today it's a problem. Young people don't read
So you're
books.
saying the politicians right now, so what are they doing right now? Like, are they not reading? Are they like, what are they doing at
Oh,
work right
they speaking. They are searching for lost monies.
now? Lost money.
Where is this money? Where is this money? Yes, this is this. That's it. There are only this problem of corruption. Yes,
So they want money
yes, yes. But they, they have enough money privately. Enough money
privately, yeah.
privately. Enough money.
Mhm.
But
That's why they need humanism, you're
yes, yes,
saying.
yes. It's people are so egoist. So it is egoist. Thinking
Yeah, no, I
only
see what you mean. Yeah.
yes, very egoist. They want they they, they don't want to share
Mm. Okay, I see what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
to share values.
Mm.
Money is also a value.
Mm. So from what you're saying was is the politicians in Mongolia have to change their mindset first,
Mindset,
and then we can
little
talk
bit,
about
little
politics.
bit education, little bit reading. Reading book.
Yeah.
Reading book is for politicians. Politics is not a. It's not for them. People, uh, you know this word amateur. Amateur.
Mm.
Policy is for people, for professional people.
Mm.
The professional, the
Mm.
very for complex people.
Okay.
There. very intellectual, very strong. And, they need these virtues, their virtues. Justice, very good virtue for politicians.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, politicians need this virtue of justice. Without justice, this is no country can exist without justice. Very well. Without justice, only enemies and fighting and only against each other.
Mm-hmm.
If there are only forces, if there is no justice.
How would you learn virtue?
Oh. You need masters.
The first book of virtue was written, I think, by Aristotle, I believe.
Yes, Aristotle. This is European.
European.
Cardinal. This is in, how to say in English? Yes, cardinal virtues. So, because in Chinese are also virtues. In Chinese virtues,
Oh,
very justice, morality. Indian virtues, Arabic world, Islam virtues are very big virtues. Islam world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why in Mongolian world, in Mongolia, if we speak about policy, ideology, and so on, then we have to speak about virtue. Without virtue,
So before creating our own ideology, we have to start from like simple things like virtue,
humanism, human
humanism.
being.
Mm-hmm.
Humanism, human beings are not like robots. They have emotions, they have failure, they have dreams, they have psychological trauma.
Oh yeah.
Man is not a perfect body. Man has so many failures.
Yeah. Failures.
Whole life is mistakes.
Yeah. So let's say if you were a minister position
Yes.
of Mongolia.
That's why if I a political leader and so, and then I work with a big sensibility for people.
Sensibility.
Sensibility for people.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Okay.
No, I agree with you, and I think you show by example as well.
Yes.
Like the work that you're doing is very humanistic. Like you're educating the public people with philosophical knowledges. That's humanism.
Yes.
So lots of work needs to be done.
Okay.
Okay, so let's wrap this episode, and we'll see you next week, same time.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.